Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls with
Michael from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Michael, didn't we do this one?
We did not.
Ah.
No, we talked previously about Dead of Winter, but this is Dead of Winter The Long Night, as you can see right there. This is the new sort of big box expansion standalone version.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff you can add to Dead of Winter,
Sweet.
but it also can be played all by itself.
Okay, so that's what you mean by expansion / standalone.
Yeah, it's sort of its own thing and introduces a lot of new cool stuff.
Okay.
But you can take that new cool stuff and combine it with your old Dead of Winter.
So you don't need the old Dead of Winter box, but if you have it, you can have more zombies.
Yeah, more zombies, more survivors, more stuff. Maybe there's a monkey or two.
I do see a monkey on the back.
There's a monkey on the back that we'll talk about, I'm sure, in a little bit.
All right.
But, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, so yeah.
I am very curious, like Curious George style monkey. All right. Let's take a look inside Dead of Winter, The Long Night. Dead of Winter, The Long Night.
The Long Night coming.
Now you and I actually, was it you and I, or was
it was me and it was the two of us. We talked about the original Dead of Winter.
It's true.
We did.
Yeah.
We went over Dead of Winter. Great sort of RPG-ish kind of board game. Nice little experience in a box. And this is the new version.
And again, this is not just an expansion. This is also a standalone.
It is a standalone. Yeah. So if you can't find Dead of Winter, it's very heavy. If you can't find Dead of Winter, or if you maybe wanted to wait or something or whatever reason, and you're like, oh, Long Night, this could be played all by itself.
Yeah.
Or you can add it into your original copy of Dead of Winter. So
fair enough.
Awesome there. And what I really love about this is that they've basically taken this game and turned it to 11.
Okay.
Because Dead of Winter, your zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. It was already at 10.
Pretty hardcore game. This one introduces the Raxon location, a new location in the game.
Okay.
It has horrible experiments and monsters.
No.
New crazy zombie stuff. You can see one of the cards here is a pulse cannon.
What?
You can play as a monkey.
Okay,
There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
You had me at monkey.
So,
all right.
I mean, I love in the first one you can play as a dog, but now you can play as a monkey too. So it's great.
He's got a hoodie.
Again, very similar to Dead of Winter. 2 to 5 players. Might take you a little bit longer, but
it's worth
between 1 and 2 hours.
So let's open this bad boy. Again, that's a lot of stuff.
It's a hefty box. And what I love about the cover here, you can see it's got the nice little zombie
head
decal on there.
That's actually really cool.
It's pretty hardcore. Nice. It looks nice in the sort of in the glare.
But, all right, so we've got
a lot of different books.
This is all
tokens.
packed together. Okay, so you want to
pull this off
that
side
one
real quick.
All right. Okay.
Pop this open. You start looking at all the other stuff.
All right, we've got standees. Gonna need a lot of those.
Oh yeah, definitely
lots of standees.
Definitely a lot of zombie miniatures and hero miniatures, obviously.
This is the D12 of Destiny here.
You got your crazy, your zombie dice that can
tooth.
It is a tooth. If you roll that, you immediately die.
Blood drop.
Oh yeah.
There's a freeze.
Frostbite. All sorts of crazy wounds you can take. What'd you just roll?
A blank.
Oh, you're fine. Woo! You're alive, and I am dead.
Oh.
Gotta find a new co-host. See you guys later. It comes with a pack of D6s, of course, for your characters. Just like
gotta have those.
Winter.
That's a lot of D6.
Now, something, if you play Dead of Winter, you'll know there's the crossroads cards that you play. Sort of gives you more flavor to the story and more things happen. This time, in the old one, they had sort of adult-themed cards of people getting murdered or people getting kidnapped, and you could take them out if you're playing with a younger crowd.
Sure.
This time, they've actually separated them into a nice little pack. So these are 9 crossroad cards with an adult nature. Stuff that adults can handle, like, getting caught up at gunpoint and one of your colleagues getting murdered and stuff like that in a crazy post-apocalyptic movie, but that's that. So they've actually separated it out now.
It's not sealed, but...
It is not sealed, but I mean...
We're not going to show these off. I don't want to show these off.
I don't think so.
Because that takes away the fun out of it.
It does.
And,
So, definitely something if you're playing with, it recommends 14 and up. But if you're playing with, teenagers or people who may not, especially be able to handle mature stuff.
If you're a parent and you're playing with your young kids for whatever reason you're playing,
or if you're playing with your parents and you don't want to
there you go.
make your parents uncomfortable, they've separated out, which is really nice. And it's in that sealed pack, so that's really cool there.
Cool. And then we've got the extra decks here.
Mm-hmm.
So
all your decks of cards, very card-heavy
items.
Game.
More searching stuff.
So
lots of stuff.
There's a box there.
Box set, cool.
So we got all these cards and all the other extra stuff we can go over. What do you want to do first?
There's the new turret. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's all sorts of new item cards. This is interesting where it's most of the old cards in the old game were just resources, like food 1, you get one food. But this is actually food 1 or trade, where you can add a food or remove bandits from places. So it sort of gives you a little flavor there.
One of the memoir cards. You win the game if all the following is true. Your main objective has been completed. You have at least one
book and two tools.
Oh,
there's your victory condition. That seems pretty easy.
It was not too bad. Well, whatever the main one was. So there's some crossroads cards. Those are the crossroads cards.
Those are the crossroads cards. You theoretically could get one on your turn depending on what happens, what actions you take. These are your player mats. These don't look like they've changed from the original Dead of Winter. I feel like they've remained the same. I don't think those are different in any way.
No, I don't think so. Well, they might have. Yeah, these are just reference cards.
Yeah, it's just your player mat basically for all your action
so
reference.
each player gets one of these reference cards.
You get one, you keep your cards there. You get your rule book we can go over in just a bit.
Yep.
So I'll just toss that over to you.
Bingo.
And then you have your colony, which if you remember the first one you played.
Oh, yeah.
Your setting was a colony. This colony is exactly the same. There's nothing different about this. There's the same number of entrances and crisis occupants.
Colony occupants,
if your old board maybe damaged a little, or if you just want to add a new board into it, there you go.
You could have 2 colonies and they could fight each other.
Yeah, maybe so.
I don't know.
That'd be an interesting way to spend a weekend day. Maybe is have 2 groups playing it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. That could get complicated.
That'd be very crazy.
You'd have to have a DM or something.
Maybe so. And then you got all your tokens.
Gotta have tokens.
So like in the last one, you got all these sheets of tokens. Still the coolest first player marker in the world, I think.
Rambo.
Nice dagger. But and then you have your different locations and stuff. Just
Sweet.
like
you can search these areas for supplies.
They've actually updated, I think, their wound markers. They look a little more evil now, which is fun. And they've got new zombies, which was one of my biggest complaints about the old one is it was all the same kind of zombies. There was only like a couple variations.
Yeah.
Whereas now they've got new variations of zombies.
So now you can mix and match. And that's why they have so many standees.
All the standees, yep.
You're going to need lots of
your school, your library, your hospital, gas station, same stuff basically. There's some other stuff like the graveyard's a new place. Obviously, a lot of zombies.
Why would you go to a graveyard in a zombie apocalypse?
A lot of zombies or bandits, as you can see, will be in a graveyard. So definitely cool that there's a new location at it.
Maybe because people would go to the graveyard because they know nobody else would go to the graveyard.
Maybe so. That's actually not a bad idea.
Just throwing it out there.
If the apocalypse happens, I'm not going to a graveyard. You'll be there.
Exactly. I'll be waiting for you.
There's the Raxon Corporation, which is very similar actually to the Roxxon Corporation from Marvel. Marvel fans out there, you know what I'm talking about.
Word.
But you can see it contains crazy, weird, mutated zombies, or like a family of 3 zombies.
Creepy.
And then there's their bandit hideout, which gives you certain special rules where they can be found.
Are these front and back too?
They are front and back.
Nice. So just want to show that off. Yeah. All right. And then we have player standee zombies.
And these are the crazy mutated zombies here I was talking about. You can see right there, crazy like ice zombies. Yeah, they've really kicked it up with the.
It's like a Game of Thrones reference.
Oh yeah, a little bit. But yeah, you got all your players.
Survivors. Yep.
All your survivors you can get. Weird zombie mom and bear thing. There's the monkey. You gotta play as the monkey.
He wins.
The monkey will win. Yes.
Whoa, we got some big old zombies.
Oh yeah, you got some other crazy stuff. Very kind of like.
You got 2-headed zombies.
Yeah, you got the big strong one. Big giant fat one there. Zombie guy with a shopping cart. Why not? It
could be better than a hobo with a shotgun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what is this dude? He's like
it's like a Freddy Krueger zombie.
Yeah.
This one's like a werewolf zombie as well.
That's not cool, man.
And then there's this lady here, but this one has like trash all over him and.
Zombie.
A lot of zombie upgrades.
See, this is why you cut the holes off of your sodas.
So they don't get caught on zombies.
You don't get caught on zombies and or seagulls. Come on, guys.
Come on, think about the environment.
Come on.
But yeah, so
safety issue.
They've really upgraded the threat basically for this with the crazy new zombies, new locations. So
it looks insane. Yeah. It looks like a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
And especially, I want to get that pulse cannon.
Yeah.
So
pulse cannon sounds good.
I want to give the pulse cannon to the monkey. That would be
my
goal.
That's like in Hellboy, the monkey with the gun.
Yeah, I don't really care about winning at that point. I feel like if the monkey
can have the gun, then you win.
I've already won.
I mean, the world is basically saved.
Yeah.
So they do recommend you stop and you can check out PlaidhatGames.com and they have sort of how to play videos. Yeah. But most people won't need that. The rulebook's pretty self-explanatory. Basically the same rules. If you saw the Dead of Winter episode, you'll get the same rules here.
Yep.
There are some extra tokens, the despair tokens, which add certain effects to people. Advancement tokens that sort of advance towards completion of goals and
repairs and stuff like that.
They have barricade tokens and exploding traps.
Sweet.
which are really interesting.
Zombie apocalypse chip. I don't know if lighting zombies on fire is a good idea because then you just get flaming zombies.
That's the thing is, like, eventually you would think the fire would just burn away enough that they couldn't move. But while they're still there, it's not like they're feeling pain or anything.
Right. They're just going to keep coming.
They're just going to keep coming towards you.
They're going to light more stuff on fire.
They're just going to burn your base on and set it down on fire. But
yeah, we're not going to go through how to play the rules.
It's a lot of the exact same rules.
Yeah, go check out the Plaidhat Games to see the full gameplay.
There's obviously a good set of text, and there's obviously the Long Night rules extra here.
Sure.
But again, Plaidhat Games has already taken care of that basically for us. They can get you that.
And this is what, like a 24-page
What I really love here is, again, in the game you can get exiled. You know, you can people can vote you out, but you can become the leader of the band.
Yes.
Which I think is probably the coolest thing they've added.
This is one of the games too that does have a betrayer mechanic, which is kind of strange.
You could have a secret betrayer like who wants to take everybody else down, but if you get exiled
and you weren't the betrayer,
you can become a bandit leader, which is awesome.
Payback time, suckers.
Yeah, you got all your different types of crazy zombies.
Oh, she's a carrier.
She is a carrier. This one's the Reaper. Oh my god.
Creepy.
The collector,
of
course.
Nun.
Collector, because he has a grocery cart.
Frost Walker. That's
pretty awesome.
Yeah, Stinker.
So yeah, a lot of mutated zombies. Oh god, that's horrifying.
This is only a 24 pages of rules to go along, but it looks like it has a couple of different scenarios.
Yeah, there's some other extra special scenarios with Long Night, because you get your scenario card at the beginning of the game.
Sure.
Main objective, but there's some special ones. This one's obviously centered on the monkey.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
Chimp.
I want to play this one first.
This should say the chimp, the code, and the cannon. Because I'm giving him the pulse cannon first thing. Don't even care if he can use it.
I'm curious now if there's something on the card that says the monkey can't use it. I hope it can.
It would be a waste.
We'll have to play it and
He's probably a crack shot.
Maybe.
He's no monkey. He's not
business monkeying around.
Exactly. He's no banana fingers. I don't know. Anyway, let's hop out for a really quick recap of Dead of Winter: The Long Night. So that was Dead of Winter: The Long Night. Pretty cool stuff in this box.
Pretty awesome. A lot of stuff in the box.
I told him about the monkey. Blue is my boy.
So. Blue the monkey. He's actually a test subject. His test subject number is 112, in case you're curious.
Nice. And we were looking at his card. He's kind of a beatstick.
Yeah, he can attack on any die roll. So everybody should play as the monkey.
Yes.
When you buy this game, which you can.
Because it's out now.
Because it's out now for only $59.99.
Nice. That was the price point. What else? Let's run the rest of the numbers we saw. Ages 14 and up.
14 or more.
2 to 5 player.
Yeah, 2 to 5 players. Theoretically, you could play with more because you could combine the 2 editions.
It's true.
But
it's and there's a pool of survivors.
Yeah, it's best probably for 2 to 5. They say should take you between 1 and 2 hours again, depending on the players. And again, like you said, it's 14 and up. It does have those sort of mature crossword cards. So
be careful with those.
If you're playing with a slightly younger crowd, flip through them. Just read them yourself. Use your best.
Use your judgment. You're gonna have to take care of yourself.
Yes. Sorry, we cannot hold your hand the entire way.
But that's from Plaidhat Games. Really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Go check it out in stores right now.
In stores right now, brand new.
I'm AdamHarry from Bell Souls.
And I am Michael from Lair Comics and Fantasy.
Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.